Hi, everyone, and welcome to this premium pronunciation program on succeeding. Today, we're going to look at why care about a neutral accent. So, my first question to you would be, can you communicate in English? Now, almost all English learners say, I don't need to study pronunciation, I just want to communicate in English. Many of them think that they can communicate in English because they can communicate with their teacher and other students. Now, I would encourage you not to make this mistake. You have to remember that your teacher has been listening to bad English for years. He or she can understand it much more easily than the average person. Other students are usually from the same country as you, and therefore they speak English like you, and they make the same mistakes. So it is easy for them to understand you. What's the true test of the communication in the English language? Well, the only true test is go to America or Britain and try to talk to normal people, a clerk at a supermarket, a bus driver, etc. If they can understand you, then you can say that you can communicate in English. Unfortunately, many learners ignore pronunciation. They can communicate in English in the class, so they think that they are good enough. After a few years, they go to England or the USA and nobody understands what they're saying. I'd like to give you the example of a friend I have. So, after coming back from a vacation in the United States, this friend of mine said, whenever I spoke to a person in the US, they kept asking me, What? What? I would repeat my sentence again and again. Finally, they would say, Ah, and then repeat my sentence using exactly my words. It was very humiliating. I knew my words and grammar were good, but nobody would understand me just because of my pronunciation. I'm very motivated to learn English now. So, what are the consequences if you don't speak in uh, the proper English with the right pronunciation? For example, if you pronounce sleep like slip, or if you pronounce pen like pain, for example, instead of saying to someone, give me a pen, if you say, give me a pain, native speakers will have serious problems in understanding you. In my opinion, you should know how to say English sounds like the E in sleep or the eh in pen before you even learn words like sleep and pen. Otherwise, you will just cause misunderstanding, breakdown in communication, confusion, and unpleasant interaction. Geography influences accent, is another thing that we need to take into account. Accent is hugely influenced by where a person comes from or his geography. In Birmingham, you might hear lake sounding close to like, as in, where is the like? Consonants in Ireland, you might hear this sounding close to this, as in, this is the way. And word stress in the USA, you might hear momentary instead of momentary. Even here in India, you can clearly see the difference between how English spoken in one region differs from another. What we have to aim for is standard accent. A standard accent or pronunciation that is globally accepted is the aim of this program on succeeding. A manner of pronouncing that is globally accepted and globally understood. So, that's all, folks.